For you ATV off-roaders, we at ATV.com have spent the last 2 months evaluating and testing 4 of the Japanese heavyweight ATVs. We have tested them in farm use, high mountain desert use, and sand dunes.
What we have in our lineup: from Yamaha, the 700 Grizzly; from Suzuki, the 750 KingQuad; from Kawasaki, the 750 Brute Force; and from Honda, the 680 Rincon. This turned out to be an all-out brawl, but only one can be crowned king.
Four ATVs came to the ATV.com show. We had to rank them, and for you Honda fans, well, here it is. The Rincon came in number 4. Doesn't mean it's a bad product, but what I'm getting at is there are some characteristics it has knocked it down to number 4. Number 1 is its ground clearance. It has the lowest ground clearance of the 4 ATVs that we tested. Many of our drivers felt like that was unacceptable. Number 2 is that it has a torque converter. Acting much like a car, the torque converter absorbed much of the motor's horsepower, and our drivers felt like that was unacceptable. Now, for me personally, I like the transmission because it also allowed me to shift into manual, and through paddles, I could shift up and down from first, second, and third on down based upon need and demand, but our drivers felt like that was too complicated and they prefer to have a CVT transmission. Okay, given that, the suspension on the Rincon, there's no adjustment for it. The coilover shocks, you can't add or subtract preload. It is set from the factory. What you have is what you have. However, the Rincon is very compliant on the trail. It is very comfortable over rocks and chatters. Also, the handlebars, many felt that it was too low, and I'll agree with that. The body position from shoulder down to the handlebars is low. And also, when you stand up to ride the Rincon, you're over the handlebars way too much, and it affects the characteristics of the handling and also suspension. The other 4 ATVs have power steering. This one does not. And for its price, they should be able to put power steering on this unit. It needs it, especially in low, slow conditions when you're going over ruts and rocks and in any type of difficult terrain. But given that, the Rincon is also a very stylish, good-looking ATV. Well, sorry Honda fans, it come in at number 4.
The Brute Force 750 from Kawasaki dropped in at 3rd place. Kawasaki claims that their 750 is a sport utility quad, the best of both worlds. A powerful V-twin motor backs up that claim, along with a sport-tuned suspension, not to mention the good-looking aluminum wheels on the EPS model. This motor always came out on top of our speed runs. As a bonus, we also like the storage compartments that are in front of the driver's reach. Now you may be wondering why the fastest ATV did not come out on top. 3 things came into play with our test riders: heat emitted from the motor, vibration, and along with a stiff suspension. The Brute Force is a great looking machine, very powerful, but in the utility world, it fell just a little bit short. Okay, it's been a hard-fought battle, but you're now looking at our 2 top picks.
Nice effort by the Honda Rincon and the Kawasaki Brute Force. But hey, enough talking. Let's get out riding and put these 2 together, and let's crown our winner. Here's one of the last 2 that we have, this 2014 Suzuki KingQuad 750. Now, we like this ATV. Its single-cylinder motor is torquey, it's beefy, it has over 10 inches of ground clearance, it has power steering, and it has great differential lock. It has limited storage, and it can use a little bit more, but we also like how it feels through the handlebars. It's light, it's airy, but in slow moves, the power steering allows good feedback up through the handlebars. Now, Suzuki can do a better job on the footboards. The deep well footboards are a little uncomfortable, and they do make it hard to access. On the right side, the foot brake. We like the 3 headlamp system, especially the center headlamp that rotates with the handlebars. The seat on the Suzuki KingQuad is very comfortable. It provides for easy transition, moving forward and moving back, and that's a plus on long rides. Also, what we like about it is its limited storage. Yes, it can use some more, but it does have some storage, dry storage up on the right front fender and also in the back towards the exhaust. The tires on the KingQuad are adequate for trail use and sand use. The luggage racks up front and also in the back, they're adequate, but I wish that they had additional storage to them, such as a lock and load system or a lift-up trunk. Given that, the Suzuki KingQuad, with its power and with its transmission, and I must say it has excellent brakes for its use, provides good compliant driving, and I should say safe driving. Its suspension is adjustable. You can preload the coilover shocks for any type of weight, depending on how light or how heavy the person is. These are many of the features why the Suzuki KingQuad made our top 2. It is a very good product, it is strong, it is very economical to operate, it sips the fuel, and it's easy on the pocketbook.
One of the top contenders in ATV.com's utility quad shootout was the Yamaha Grizzly 700. Impressive power from the 686 single combined with a very comfortable ride. The precision EPS steering along with the high-rise handlebars were also notable features that everyone liked. Another feature that everybody commented on was how you had an open visibility through the handlebars right in front of the quad. As I mentioned earlier, the impressive power from this single was noted in our time trial runs. It came in second behind the very powerful Brute Force V-twin from Kawasaki. The little 700 held its own with the big bore Kawasaki motor. That was very impressive how much power this motor puts out. Now, Yamaha put a lot of research into the motor for 2014. There are notable improvements, piston size, mapping, timing, a lot of things went into this motor, and evidently it showed up how well it run. Another feature that we took note of on the Yamaha Grizzly was the very effective design of their racks. Our camera guy found that it was easiest to tie down all of his camera equipment and used it throughout the day. Another nice little feature is the dry storage that's on the front right fender. All in all, this is a very quality machine. We know of the durability of this machine from personal experience. It is a very good utility ATV.
All right, folks, let's get down to business and declare what ATV is our top dog. However, I must express how difficult it was to choose a victor out of the 4 ATVs.
2014 ATV.com Utility Heavyweight King is, I guess it's fitting, we're gonna king the KingQuad from Suzuki.